Hmm.
Tana, what's your favorite graphic novel, all-time favorite graphic novel?
Another tough question, man, because I don't think I can choose a favorite, but because there are
Top
multiple,
three.
right?
Top three.
Top.
Top three.
Okay, I think right at the top, okay, it's tied between Daredevil Born Again and Batman Year One, both by Frank Miller and
Oh,
Yali.
correct. Yeah.
For me,
Magically. Magically.
yeah. Um, and second place would be okay. There are so many Saga, and then there is Why the Last Man, and then uh,
Ooh, I love By the Last Man. I mean, that played a
so I,
huge role for me in getting into collecting. Brian K.
yeah.
Vaughan.
Yeah, so I personally gravitate more towards books which are self-contained or a series that is self-contained.
Yeah.
I feel those are very easy jumping on points, and then you don't have to get bogged down with all the continuity and all that. So I prefer to read those kind of books only. And Black Side is there now that I think of it. I
Yeah.
recently read which one I read? Okay, I'm forgetting now. Kingdom Come, I recently finished.
Kingdom Come. Yeah.
Alex Ross.
Yeah. So there is a from Ram. I think one book that doesn't get talked about much is Black Mamba, the book which actually
Mm.
got it at the doors of big publishers, DC and Vault and all that. So Black Mamba, he self-published, like I think he crowdfunded using Kickstarter, and
Okay.
easily available also. But if you can get a copy from somewhere, no, Pranay, definitely try that. I feel it's right there, like on in my list of top three Rambi books.
Okay. Like I am a huge fan of Rambi because, and I've read Shores. I've read couple of his other books as well. I think he's come out with New Gods currently. So he's a brilliant writer. Like his mind works in such a amazing way. He comes up with great concepts. But I have not read Black Mamba at all. So I now that you're talking about it, I will try to get my hands on that one.
Yeah.
Seems it
Uh,
good.
yeah. I think you can order it from his personal website, but then he'll ship it from the
Okay.
UK. So you might have to like pay a hefty amount for shipping. But then I think another book from Ramvi that is also like almost as good as Black Mumbai is Graffiti's Wall. I don't know if you guys have read that one.
No, I have not read that one. I have read
Mhm.
his other book, which is about food. Last year I had
Yes,
read,
Air Flame.
yeah,
That one, oh my God, that book made me cry. The second issue, especially for some reason. So yeah, that's what art is meant to do anyway. I feel it should stir some emotions in you.
I
So
think it's a Portuguese artist. I forget his name. But
Felipe Andrade.
Andrade, yeah, yeah, Felipe Andrade.
So yeah, and I think with recently I have been like able to appreciate different art styles a lot more than I used to do. So
Hmm.
some 4 years ago, I used to be that ardent fan of the typical superhero comic book style, right? Which
Yeah.
you see in Batman or your Superman or your Spider-Man. But then I think now that I'm maturing a bit more as an artist, I feel I can appreciate different art style a lot more. So Felipe is a great artist, and then uh, Anand RK from India only
Yeah.
did blue and green and graphic ball with Ram.
Hmm.
So I think those kind of experimental art styles, I can really like truly appreciate those art styles now.
Like, I don't know whether you've read, this is an old Batman book. It has got art by Dave McKean. It's about Arkham Asylum.
Oh, I
So,
have seen his work, but I mean, I haven't read this particular book, but then, yeah, I really appreciate his work. Yeah,
It's very
yeah, that's very
experimental
unique.
and yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, very
it plays
unique.
with your
Even
mind.
One more broad
monstrous.
style, I think, um, named Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have
yeah,
seen.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. He's like a legend. So I have a few of his books. In fact, I have his a lot of single issues which I've collected, X-Men, Beauty and the Beast. He's the true path-breaking illustrator from 80s who changed how and what else can be done. Like his New Mutants is like oof,
Yeah,
amazing stuff. I love his work.
yeah, he
Of course,
broke
for me,
barriers.
like
Yeah, in the comic book visuals, I think he's a true like trailblazer. He just
true.
blended different genres of art, like fine art and all of that. He just mishmashed it and then created something that is entirely of his own and so beautiful.
So there is this Brian Stelfre's, he's a
Yeah,
painter actually, and there's Batman Shadow of the Bat. There's a whole series of that books, and he's done amazing covers for that entire series. There would be over 100, I think, and all of them are like mind-blowing stuff. There's also a monstrous. There's a Japanese authoress. I forget her
Sana
name.
Takida.
Yeah, Sana Takeda. So
Yeah,
she's brilliant. I love, I mean, I fell in love with the cover. Then I read the book, and that book itself is like brilliant. So they form a great team. Sana Takeda and Mariko, the writer.
Rico
Yeah,
Tamaki, was it?
Tamaki. Yes, I keep
Okay.
forgetting the names, but yes, you are like kind of adding to it. But Monsters is a great, from an art point of view, it's a brilliant book.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think it won a bunch of
So.
Eisners as well, no?
Yes, yes, it's an award-winning book, and I think they've done another series as well. The same team of writer artist, and that also I've read. Not as elaborate, but brilliant stuff.
So